Welcome back to Bruce Bochy Field for the final game of the day here at the Prospect Select Spring Kickoff. The final game is between your Eastern Florida State College Titans and Cleveland Community College. Both teams 1-0 with wins earlier today. They square off now in the final game of day number 1. There's been a schedule change in day 2. In the Cleveland Community College will actually be heading back home due to the storms. So the Titans will play a doubleheader with Pensacola State College beginning at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Both games can be seen, as always, on the EFSC Titans YouTube page. On the mound for the Titans is Parker Trowbridge. So Parker Trowbridge is finishing up his warm-ups. The sophomore from Claremont, Florida. Parker was 1-1 with a 2.89 ERA last season in 10 appearances. "18 innings, he had 23 strikeouts. And here we go, Dom Jones steps in, the right fielder, number 37. Pinch hit and played the end of the game, game number 1 for Cleveland Community College. First pitch, strike 1 from Parker Trowbridge. Here's the 0-1 to Dom Jones. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. Trowbridge is set. Here's the 1-1. Nice pitch there, strike 2. So here's the 1-2 from Parker. Outside, ball 2, 2-2. So 2-2. Trowbridge has the sign. Strike 3 called. Good start for Parker Trowbridge. He gets Dom Jones looking, and that brings up the DH, Tom Negron. Negron had a big first game for Cleveland, for the Yetis. Steps in here as the DH. He caught the first game. Here's the first pitch from Trowbridge. Strike 1. Trowbridge is set. That one's outside. Ball 1, 1-1. That's a base hit past the diving second baseman. And Tom Negron continues his hot hitting. Another single. And that brings up Cruz Arnold. So Cruz Arnold playing left field. Arnold hit .381 last season. First pitch fouled straight back. Strike one. 18 doubles, 7 home runs, 48 RBIs. Cruz Arnold was one of the leaders last season. He's back for his sophomore year with the Yetis. Trowbridge is set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Line down over the dugout. Strike two. Parker Trowbridge gets ahead 0-2. Trowbridge is ready. Steps off. Get the sign once again. Now he's set. Here's the 0-2 to Arnold. Arnold hits that straight back. Remains 0-2. Strike three, another strikeout from Trowbridge, his second of the game, second of the inning. That brings up the center fielder, Tanner Britt. Britt playing center field. Quick snap over. Britt had 2 hits in the first game today. Scored a couple times. Trowbridge outside with that one, ball one. Trowbridge is set. Here's the 1-0. Inside ball two. That gets by Sage Adams. And Negron will go to second. As now it's 2-0 on Britt. Titans have a different lineup for game 2 than they had game 1. Giving a lot of different players a chance to play today on opening day. Here comes the 2-0 from Trowbridge. Swinging strike, strike one. Titans rallied back in game 1 to pick up the 11-8 win. This morning, now they're back for the nightcap. Trowbridge is set. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Just missed there, 3-1. Trowbridge has the sign from Adams. Here's the 3-1 to Britt. Britt fists it over the second baseman's head. Rounding third and heading home will be Negron. And the Yetis have a 1-0 lead. Britt's hit had just enough to get over Bryce Jackson's glove. And with 2 outs, Cleveland Community College strikes first. So Tyler Rosario will step in, playing first base. Hit a long way down the right field line, but out of play, strike one. Trowbridge is set. Outside, ball one. So 1-1 count now. Trowbridge is set now. The 1-1 to Rosario. Outside, ball 2. So 2-1's the count now. 2 down here in the top of the first. Here's the 2-1. Swinging strike, strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. So 2 outs. 2-2 count. Britt's on the run. High bouncer. Bryce Jackson has it. Throws the first for the 3rd out. But Cleveland Community College gets 1. We head to the bottom of the first. Yetis lead 1-0. So on the mound to get the start for the Yetis, Charlie Collins. Right-handed sophomore from Bryson City, North Carolina. He'll face the Titans' top 3 of Jake Richardson's Omar Santos and Hudson Gwynn. Charlie Collins is done with his warm-up tosses. Ready to get started here in the bottom of the first inning. Titans come to bat trailing 1-0. So Jake Richardson getting ready to step in. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Ball 2. Richardson went 1 for 4. Scored a run in the first game. Has a 2-0 count here to lead things off in game 2. Checked his swing. Strike called. 2-1. Strike 2 called. So evens the count now at 2-2. Couple good pitches from Charlie Collins. Here's the 2-2. Just low there, 3-2. So Richardson works the count full here to start the bottom of the first. Outside, ball 4. So a good at bat by Jake Richardson gets us started with a walk. That brings up Omar Santos. So Omar Santos steps in, left fielder. Swings at the first pitch, high fly ball to center field. Tanner Britt under it, makes the catch for the first out. That'll bring up Hudson Gwynn. Gwynn moves across the field to third base for the game 2. Had a couple hits in game 1. Strike 1. Fouls that one straight back, 0-2. Collins ahead, 0-2 to Gwynn. Collins outside, ball 1. So the 1-2 from Collins. Turns, fires over. Richardson's back. Gwynn's ready. Charlie Collins is ready. Here's the 1-2. Gwynn fouls that one straight back. Remains 1-2. Collins is set. Here's the 1-2. High, ball 2, 2-2. Collins takes a look at Richardson at first. Now he sets the 2-2, swinging strike, and Gwynn goes down for the second out. Brings up the designated hitter, Andrew Prieto. So Prieto making his debut with the Titans here in game 2. Richardson takes off, and he has his first stolen base of the year. Good jump by Jake Richardson, and now he's at second with 2 outs. That was ball 1 to Prieto. So now runner in scoring position. Collins goes outside, ball 2, 2-0. Collins is set. Here's the 2-0 to Prieto. Inside, ball 3. So 3-0 now coming. Strike 1. So now a 3-1 count. Collins is set. Strike 2 swinging. Fouls that one off. So full count, 2 outs. Richardson at second. Prieto digs in. Charlie Collins sets. Here's the pitch. Hits that down the right field line, but going foul. Hit that a long way, but went foul. So we'll do it all again. Collins set. Here's the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Good at bat by Prieto. Second walk of the inning. Now first and second for Bryce Jackson. So Bryce Jackson will step in now. Playing second base in game number 2. Collins is set. Fouls that one straight back. So Richardson at second, Prieto at first. Collins is set. Here comes the 0-1. Ball 1, good eye there by Bryce Jackson. Counts now even 1-1. Inside, ball 2, 2-1. So Jackson's ready. Here's the 2-1. Strike 2, 2-2. Good pitch there from Collins. Collins is set. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike. So they want an official, but it looks like the inning is over. And the Titans threaten, but can't get one across. We head to the second inning. Cleveland Community College leading 1-0. Parker Trowbridge is done with his warm-up tosses here as we start the top of the second inning. Connor Lindsay will lead things off. So Lindsay will step in, third baseman. Lead things off here in the second. First pitch just misses, ball one. Down line, foul. 1-1. So here's the 1-1 from Trowbridge. Fouls that one straight back, strike two. So here's the 1-2 from Trowbridge. Hit down to third base. Gwynn has it, up, throws, and one down. So that'll bring up Bryson Dempsey, the catcher, here for game two. Strike one. Dempsey played in 5 games last season, hit .333, had 5 RBIs in those 5 games. As a freshman, big swinging strike. Trowbridge quickly ahead 0-2. Good pitch there. Ball one. So 1-2 now. Trowbridge gets the sign. That one's fouled back. Trowbridge is ready. The 1-2 to Dempsey. Fouled straight back once again. That one came in and got him. So Dempsey hit by the pitch. We'll head to first base. That'll bring up David Connor. So David Connor will step in. Playing second base in game two. Played 12 games last season. That one missed, ball one. Trowbridge is set. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled straight back, strike one. The 1-1 1 from Trowbridge. Fouled away. Strike 2. So 1 out here in the top of the second. Dempsey's at first. 1-2 count on David Counter. Trowbridge is ready. Just missed the inside corner there, 2-2. So counts even now. Trowbridge is set. The 2-2 line to center field. Jake Richardson on his horse, but has to have on a hop. And it's a single for Counter. Dempsey goes to second. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Alex McKee. So we're back ready. Alex McKee steps in. Trowbridge is ready with 2 on, 1 out here in the second. That one's outside, ball 1. That one gets away from Adams. Both runners advance, so now second and third. 2-0 count to McKee, who was hit twice and walked in game 1. Now he's ahead 2-0. Trowbridge is set. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swinging strike. So now the count's 2-1. McKee hits that one to left field, but Omir Santos has it. It's a sacrifice fly as run number 2 scores for Cleveland Community College. Two down. Top of the order, Dom Jones steps in. Jones struck out looking in the first, comes up here in the second. Runner on second, 2 down. Trowbridge is set. Good pitch on the outside corner, strike 1. Trowbridge is ready. Jones is ready. Here's the 0-1. Inside, ball 1. So 1-1 now. Bouncing ball. Trowbridge takes it himself, throws the first, and that's the third out of the inning. But the Eddies get one more and lead 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. So Jacob Miller will get things started here in the bottom of the second for the Titans, playing right field in game 2. That one's high and inside, ball 1. Charlie Collins, outside corner, strike 1, 1-1. So here's the 1-1 pitch. Gets that one over, strike 2. Charlie Collins ahead early here, 1-2 against Jacob Miller. Swinging strike. Third strikeout of the day for Charlie Collins. First out here in the second. That'll bring up Isaiah Santiago. Santiago, who got the win in game 1, comes up here playing first base, ball 1. Santiago hits a high fly ball right field. Dom Jones coming on hard and makes the catch. A good running catch by the right fielder, Dom Jones. That's the second out. That'll bring up Sage Adams. So 2 down, Sage Adams steps in. First pitch outside, ball 1. Good pitch from Collins. Strike 1, 1-1. Collins is set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. So 1-2 now. That's outside. So evens the count, 2-2. The 3-2. Foul ball. Remains full. Here's the 3-2. Inside. Good take by Sage Adams. Earns the walk. So with 2 outs, Titans have a base runner now. Ray Euro will step up to plate. So Euro steps in. Came into the game late in game 1. Gets the start here at shortstop in game 2. First pitch outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Down, ball 2. So 2-0 pitch now. Collins is set. That one's high, ball 3. So 3-0 count now to Euro. That one's in there, strike 1. Foul that one off. 3-2. So 3-2, 2 outs. Euro's ready. Here's Collins' pitch. Right back up the middle. And the center fielder, Tanner Britt, makes the catch. Oh, Titans get a base runner. Can't score, and after 2 innings, it's 2-0 Cleveland Community College. So Parker Trowbridge back on the mound, finishing up his warm-up tosses. He'll face the 2-3-4 hitter in the Cleveland Community College lineup. Here as we start the top of the 3rd inning. Yetis leading 2-0. So Tom Negron will step in. Singled and scored in the 1st inning. Steps in to lead off against Parker Trowbridge here in the third. Fouls that one off, strike one. Trowbridge is set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball one, 1-1. So 1-1 now. Trowbridge is ready. Fouls that one back. 1-2. So 1-2 count now on Negron. Trowbridge is set. Here's the pitch. Good pitch from Trowbridge. Strikes out Negron. Got him looking there for the first out. First time today Negron has gotten out. That'll bring up Cruz Arnold. So Cruz Arnold steps in. Struck out in the first inning. Trowbridge is ready. Inside, ball one. Here in the top of the third. Trowbridge is ready. That one's fouled off. Strike one, 1-1. Now on Cruz Arnold, the left fielder. One for 4 in the first game. He hits that one high, deep at left field. Omir Santos is there. Out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here in the third, and that brings up Tanner Britt. Britt had the RBI single in the first to drive home Negron with the first run of the game. Comes up here with 2 outs. Here in the third. That one's inside, ball one. So the 1-0 pitch from Parker Trowbridge. Fouled straight back, 1-1. Trowbridge is set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1 from Trowbridge. Ball 3, 3-1. So once again, Britt has a 3-1 count. Single the last time up with that. Trowbridge is ready. Fouls that one straight back. 3-2 now, full count. Just misses there for ball 4, so Tanner Britt earns a walk. First one of the day by Parker Trowbridge. And that'll bring up Tyler Rosario. So Rosario steps in. He grounded out to second base last time up. Hit softly, Sage Adams on it quick, throws down to first for the out. And that's the third out of the inning. Good play by Sage Adams. And we head to the bottom of the third, trailing Cleveland Community College 2-0. So Charlie Collins in for the third inning, finishing up his warm-up tosses. We head to the bottom of the third inning. The Yetis lead 2-0. Be the top of the order for the Titans. Richardson, Santos, and Gwynn. So Richardson will step in. He walked and stole a base back in the first inning. Bat goes flying. Foul ball. Ball went one way. Bat went the other. Strike one on Richardson. Collins is ready. Fouls that one down the right field line. Strike two. Quickly 0-2. Richardson's ready. Collins with the pitch. Swinging strike. Fourth strikeout of the day for Charlie Collins. It's the first out here in the third, and that'll bring up Omir Santos. So Santos flew out to center field in his first at bat. Steps in now, takes strike one on the outside corner. Santos is ready. Here's Collins' pitch. Santos rips that one for a single into left field. And the Titans have a base runner with one out here in the third. As Santos gets his first hit, Hudson Gwynn will step up to the plate. So Gwynn will step in. Struck out back in the first. Collins is ready. Checks the swing. Ball one. So 1-0. Well, Gwynn gets ready. Collins is set. Hits that one straight back. 1-1 now. Quinn steps back into the box. Collins gets the sign. Here's the 1-1. Ground ball through the infield into left field for another single. So back-to-back singles, and the Titans have something brewing in the third. So that'll bring up the DH, Andrew Prieto. He walked in the first inning. Comes up here with 2 on, 1 out in the third. Bryson Dempsey has a conversation with Collins. So Collins is now ready. Prieto sets. Hits that one foul down the first baseline. Strike one. Santos at second. Gwynn at first. 1 out here in the third. Prieto hits that one to the shortstop. McKee throws the second for the out, and they turn the double play. A good turn by the second baseman, David Connor. Gets the double play. And Cleveland Community College gets out of the jam. We head to the fourth. Cleveland Community College leading 2-0. So Parker Trowbridge's day's done. 3 solid innings, 2 earned runs, struck out 3, and Cooper Gatch is now in the game for the first time for the Titans. Freshman right-hander from Eustis, Florida. He will face Lindsey, Dempsey, and Connor here in the 4th inning. Warm-ups are done. Connor Lindsey heading to the box. So Lindsey will step in against Cooper Gatch. Gatch is set. And here's his first pitch. High fly ball. Jake Richardson on the run. calls for it and will make the catch. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And that'll bring up Bryson Dempsey. So Dempsey will step in, was hit by a pitch, 1 run scored in the 2nd inning. Gatch is set. First pitch just misses, ball 1. So Gatch is set. Ball 2, 2-0. So 2 close balls there. And Dempsey's ahead, 2-0. Gatch is set, working quick. Ball 3. So Dempsey, who reached with a hit by pitch in the 2nd inning, is up 3-0 here in the 4th. Gatch sets himself. Here's the 3-0. Strike 1. So here's the 3-1 pitch. Swinging strike for strike 2. So Cooper Gatch comes all the way back to make a full count after 3-0. Now he's ready. Sets, and here's the 3-2. Fouls that straight back. Do it again. Gatch is ready. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that hits him. So Dempsey hit for the 2nd time today. This time on a 3-2 pitch. That'll bring up David Connor. So David Connor steps in. He's singled back in the 2nd inning. Comes up with Dempsey at first. 1 out here in the 4th. Here's the pitch from Gatch. Strike 1. Throw was over to first. He was back. Just checking on Dempsey, making sure he's close. Gatch is set now. Here's the 0-1. Connor looked to bunt, pulled it back, 1-1. So 1-1 count. Gatch turns, fires the first. Connor's back. Or Dempsey's back, I should say. Connor set. Gatch is ready. Here's the 1-1. Fouled straight back. 1-2. Good crowd here tonight for the final game of day 1. Gatch is ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Connor. Bouncing ball. Gwynn has it, throws to second. That's the only play. So, fielder's choice. Good play by Gwynn, getting out at second. And now 2 away. And Alex McKee will step up. McKee had a sacrifice fly back in the second inning. Steps up here with a runner at first, 2 down. First pitch, ball 1. Turns, fires. Counters back in, though. Cooper Gatch. 1-0. Good pitch, strike 1. So 1-1 count now. That ball is high and tight. Throw down to second is not in time. David Connor with the stolen base. So it counts now 2-1. Connor now in scoring position as he stole the base for second. And Gatch is ready against McKee. Here's the 2-1. Paying a lot of attention to Connor second. High, ball 3. Gatch takes a look at second. Takes another look. Really paying attention to Connor. Turns, throws. Connor's back easily. So 3-1 count to McKee. Here's the pitch. Strike 2. Right on the outside corner. Full count now. So McKee steps back in. Gatch gets the sign. Steps off. Now he gets the sign again. Big swing. A big strikeout for Gatch. That's the 3rd out. And we head to the bottom of the 4th. Cleveland Community College still leading 2-0. So Charlie Collins' night's done. 3 very good innings from Collins. He'll turn the ball over to number 25, Drew Hayes, a freshman right-handed pitcher from Summerville, South Carolina. So Drew Hayes will take over, making his debut for Cleveland Community College tonight. Three shutout innings, 4 strikeouts for Charlie Collins. Really good first outing. And Drew Hayes will start out with Jackson, Miller, and Santiago here in the 4th inning. So Bryce Jackson will step in. Drew Hayes. First pitch. Swing from Bryce Jackson, strike 1. That one hit up the first base line. Tyler Rosario. Oh, they're calling a foul ball. Good news for Bryce as that was hit right to the first baseman. So 0-2 count now. So Jackson steps back in. Now 0-2. Hayes is set. Here it comes. That one's low. Ball 1. Strike 3 looking. Good pitch from Hayes there. Gets Jackson looking for the first out. That'll bring up Jacob Miller. So Jacob Miller steps in. Struck out his first time up. Now he faces Hayes. Hayes throws a strike to start things off. Fouls that one straight back. Strike 2. So 0-2 count now on Jacob Miller. And he fouls that one straight back once again. Remains 0-2. So Miller steps back in. Drew Hayes is ready. That one's outside, ball 1. So 1-2 count now. Hayes is set. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike. So Hayes comes in. Gets the first 2 by strikeout. Brings up Isaiah Santiago. So with 2 outs, Santiago comes up. Flew out to right field his first time up. First pitch outside, ball 1. The 1-0 from Hayes. That's in there for strike 1. So 1-1 count now on Santiago. Playing first base here in game 2. That one just missed. 2-1. Hayes is set. The 2-1 pitch. Santiago hits that one foul. 2-2. Hayes is set. Here's the 2-2 to Santiago. Outside, ball 3. Good eye there. And now it's full count. Hayes is ready. Here's the 2-2. Outside, ball 4. So a walk to Santiago. That'll bring up Sage Adams with 2 outs here in the 4th. So Adams will step in. He walked his first time up. With Santiago at first now. 2 down. Just misses there. Ball 1. Adams is ready. Drew Hayes is set. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. So Adams in control here. Hayes is set. Here's the 2-0. That one gets him. So hit by a pitch, and now the Titans have 2 on with 2 out. That'll bring up Ray Euro. And the pitching coach will come out and have a word. 2 strikeouts to start the inning, and then a walk and a hit by pitch. With number 9 hitter Ray Euro coming up to bat. So the conference on the mound's over. Ray Euro steps in now. Drew Hayes is ready. That's a good pitch from Hayes. Strike 1. Hadn't really seen that pitch yet. Here's the 0-1. Comes back a second time with it. Strike 2. So quickly 0-2 on Ray Euro. And Drew Hayes is set. Outside. Ball 1. Hero's ready. Here's the 1-2 from Hayes. That one's down low, 2-2. So Euro works the count even. 2-2 here with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th inning. Titans trailing Cleveland Community College 2-0. That one's outside, 3-2. So good job by Euro. Working the count full. As now Santiago and Adams will be on the move. Hayes off. Swinging strike. So Hayes gets 3 strikeouts in between a walk and a hit by pitch. We head to the 5th inning. Yetis still lead 2-1, 2-0. So Cooper Gatch is warming up for a 2nd inning of work as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Going to be the top of the order for Cleveland Community College, holding a 2-0 lead. Jones, Negron, and Arnold due up. So Reese Girton will take a bat as we start the top of the 5th. Pinch hitting for Dom Jones. First pitch, strike from Cooper Gatch. Strike 2. Gatch has come out throwing strikes here to start the 5th. Quickly 0-2 on Girton. Girton pitched in the first game for Cleveland Community College. Timeout called. It's on the ump. So Reese Girton steps back in. Strike 3. Good pitch there by Gatch. The first out's a strikeout. That'll bring up Tom Negron. So Negron steps in. 1 for 2. Single scored in the first. Struck out looking in the third. Gatch gets strike 1. Good pitch to start things out. That one's outside, ball 1. Gatch is ready. There's the 1-1 to Negron. one missed, 2-1. So the count's 2-1 now. Here in the top of the 5th inning. Bruce Bochy Field. That ball's a little high, 3-1. One out here in the top of the 5th. Gatch gets the sign. Swinging strike, 3-2. Good pitch on 3-1. So now it's a full count. Gatch is ready. The 3-2 fouled straight back. Redo the 3-2 count. Gatch gets the side. Here's the pitch to Negron. Strike 3 looking good pitch there. 2 up, 2 down, both by strikeout here in the 5th. And that'll bring up Cruz Arnold. Arnold 0 for 2 so far today. Gatch has struck out 3 in a row now. Facing arguably Cleveland Community College's best hitter, Cruz Arnold. Strike 1, good pitch there. Gatch is ready once again. Outside, ball 1, 1-1. So now it's 1-1. Gatch has the sign. Outside, ball 2, 2-1. Arnold with a good eye. That one's outside as well, 3-1. Really keeping the ball outside against Arnold. Gatch now behind 3-1. He's ready. Arnold rips that one down the left field line. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Arnold around to second with a double. So, 2-out double by Cruz Arnold. That'll bring up Tanner Britt. Single, drove in, run, and walked so far today. So, Gatch will now face Britt. With Arnold on second, 2 down. Strike 1 to get started. So 0-1. Swinging strike. Quickly 0-2. Gatch has come out and attack Britt here. 0-2 early. Arnold takes his lead off second. Gatch waiting for the sign. From the stretch. Outside, ball 1. Here's the 1-2 from Gatch. Inside, ball 2, 2-2. Gatch is set. Got him on the outside corner. Great pitch by Gatch. Good inning. 3 strikeouts. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Cleveland Community College still leads 2-0. So, number 17, Caleb Cloninger, takes over, left-hander, freshman from Dallas, North Carolina. He'll take over here in the 6th inning. Bottom of the 5th, I should say. And Jake Richardson will lead things off for the Titans. So, one strong inning from Drew Hayes. Now it turns over to Cloninger in the 5th. First pitch, strike 1 on the outside. Richardson's walked and struck out so far tonight. That one's outside, ball 1. Cloninger's ready. Inside corner, strike 2, 1-2. So Cloninger ahead 1-2. Richardson strikes out as the throw to first is good. And that's the first out. That'll bring up Omir Santos. So Omir Santos steps in, 1 for 2, singled his last time up. Good pitch there, strike 1 from Cloninger. Santos rips that into right field for a single, so he's 2 for 3 now today. So that'll send up Hudson Gwynn. Also singled his last at bat. Gwynn 1 for 2. Now with Santos at first. Cloninger's ready. That's inside, ball 1. Gwynn's ready. Santos takes his lead. Cloninger watching him. Comes home. Inside. Ball gets away. Santos on his way to second base. He'll make it easy. So the count 2-0 now on Gwynn. Santos now at second. Cleveland holding on to a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gwynn hit that a mile, but foul. So the count's now 2-1. Gwynn's bat was just a little too quick there. Got a hold of it, but hit it foul. So now a 2-1 count. Cloninger's ready. Swinging strike for strike 2. So now counts even 2-2. Time is called. So 2-2. Cloninger set. Santos leading at second. Pitch outside. Just missed. 3-2. Good eye by Gwynn. One out here in the 5th. Gwynn's ready. Cloninger back on the mound. Santos leads off second. That ball's inside, so Gwynn earns the walk. And now 2 on for the Titans with 1 out. And up comes Andrew Prieto. So Prieto steps in, hit into a double play in the 3rd, walked in the 1st. Runners on 1st and 2nd, 1 out. Here in the 5th. Hits that one to the shortstop. Shortstop to the 2nd, turns. Prieto beats it out. So it's a fielder's choice. So the Titans now have 1st and 3rd, 2 down. And Bryce Jackson will come. Oh, actually, we'll have a pinch hitter. Richie Collazo will pinch hit. So Richie Collazo will hit for Bryce Jackson here. First and 3rd. Throws to 1st. Prieto's back. Cloninger sets. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. So Collazo had a big 3-run double with the bases loaded in the 5th inning that got the Titans going. Comes up here with 1st and 3rd. Throw back over to Prieto once again, but he's back. Two outs. Cloninger sets. Here he comes. Big swing from Collazo, but misses. 1-1. One from Cloninger. Richie hits that down the third base line. Third baseman has it. Lindsay over to second, and that ends the threat. So for the second straight inning, the Titans get 2 on. Can't score the run, and we head to the 6th. Cleveland Community College leading 2-0. So Tyler Rosario will get things started here in the top of the 6th. Cooper Gatch back in the game. Ball 1 high on the first pitch. Rosario 0 for 2, grounded out twice. Big swing there from Gatch's pitch. 1-1. Gatch is ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Good pitch there. Strike 2, 1-2. Gatch gets ahead of Rosario. Outside, ball 2. So the count's 2-2. Gatch starting his 3rd inning. Timeout's called. Wants a new baseball. So Gatch has a new ball. 2-2 count to Rosario. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Line that down the left field line, and it's fair. All the way to the wall. Santos has it. Throws it in, but it's a double for Rosario. So the Yetis start off with a big double. That'll bring up Connor Lindsay, the third baseman. Flew out to center. Grounded out as well. 0 for 2. Titans starting to warm up in the bullpen. Gatch in his 3rd inning. Shows bunt, pulls it back, ball 1. Lindsay's ready. Gatch has the sign. Shows bunt once again. That one comes inside. That's a strike, as he couldn't pull it back. So 1-1. Good pitch inside from Gatch there. Gatch is set. Here's the 1-1. That one's outside. Ball 2, 2-1. So 2-1 count now on Lindsay. Rosario at second. 6th inning. Hits that one in the hole. Out to left field. Santos has it. Good cover there. Holding Rosario to 3rd on the single. So 2 on, nobody out here in the 6th. Pinch hitting will now be number 35, Evan Estes. So Estes making his first appearance of the day. Here in a big spot with 2 on, nobody out. Here in the 6th inning. First pitch from Gatch, strike 1. Good pitch there from Cooper. Little meeting. Evan Estes played 22 games last season for Cleveland Community College, hit .305. One of the 3 catchers on the roster. Gatch ahead 0-1. In trouble here with runners at 1st and 3rd. Nobody out here in the 6th inning. Gatch is ready. Here's the 0-1. Big swing, strike 2. So Cooper Gatch now ahead 0-2. Could use a strikeout right here with 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Gatch already has 4 today in his 2 innings of work. Throws over to 1st and they get him. What a move by Cooper Gatch. Gets Lindsay leaning. That's a huge first out. So now, one down, 0-2 count on Estes. A strikeout here, and we're in business. Gatch set. Here's the 0-2. Bouncing ball right back up the middle. They throw home, but not in time. Rosario scores. Estes makes it to first. So David Connor steps in now as Rosario scores the third run of the game. And with one out, Estes is now at first. Connor's at bat. Connor shows bunt. Pitches outside from Gatch. Ball one. So the 1-0 pitch, lined into the gap by Connor. Good job by Richardson to cut it off and hold him to a single. So first and second, one out here in the sixth. Pitching coach going to go out and have a word with Gatch, as Alex McKee will be stepping in. 3-0 now, Cleveland Community College. So number 9 hitter Alex McKee will step up. Sack fly and then a strikeout so far today in the second game. Cooper Gatch. 2 guys on, 1 out here in the sixth. Strike one to start the at-bat. 2-1 now. The 2-1 pitch from Gatch in there for strike 2. So 2-2 now on McKee. That one's fouled off. Remains 2-2. Good pitch by Gatch. Strike 3 looking. McKee goes down for a big second strikeout. The 5th one of the day for Gatch, and now 2 outs in the 6th. And now number 5, Brooks Hubbard, will pinch hit. So Cooper Gatch now facing Brooks Hubbard. Strike 1. So 0-1 count. Gatch to Hubbard. That one hit. Foul up the line. Strike 2. So 0-2. Gatch is ready. Here's the pitch from Gatch. Swinging strike. A big finish for Cooper Gatch. Couple big strikeouts. He now has 6 in the 3 innings he's worked. And just gives up the 1 run. So Cleveland Community College now leads 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. So Parker Ramsey will take over. Freshman from Shelby, North Carolina, right-handed pitcher for the Yetis in the 6th inning. He'll face Miller, Santiago, and Adams. Jacob Miller, first pitch. High fly ball to left field. Cruz Arnold under it. 1 out. Isaiah Santiago stepping in. First pitch, ball 1. Santiago rips one center field for a double, and Titans have a man on second with 1 out. Sage Adams steps in. He's walked and was hit by a pitch so far today. Ball 1. Santiago standing at second. 1 out here in the 6th as the Titans look to close in on the 3-0 lead. That one drops in. Strike 1. 1-1 now on Adams. So the 1-1 pitch. Strike 2 called. Good pitch there from Ramsey. And now it's 1-2 on Sage Adams. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 looking. Big strikeout for Parker Ramsey, and now there's 2 outs in the 6th inning. Ray Yarrow coming to bat. So Ray Yarrow steps in, flew out, struck out so far today. Number 9 hitter for the Titans. Big swing, strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, low, ball 1, 1-1. Ramsey's ready. Hit the 1-1 outside. Ball 2. The 2-1 misses. 3-1. Good eye there by Ray Yarrow. 2 down. Santiago at second. 3-1 count on Yarrow. That one misses. Ball 4. So Yarrow walks. That'll bring up the top of the lineup. Pinch hitting for the Titans. Number 23, Shane Thomas, will step in. So Shane Thomas will step in. Big cut, strike 1. Thomas had a couple hits in the first game. For the Titans is the DH. Now he pinch hits for Jake Richardson here in the 6th. Timeout's called. 2 on, 2 out here in the 6th. Third straight inning, the Titans have had 2 on. Thomas hits that one deep into center field. Center fielder runs over. Tanner Britt makes the catch for the 3rd out. So the Titans once again threaten, but the Yetis get out of it, and we head to the 7th inning. Cleveland Community College leading 3-0. So defensive change for the Titans as Chris Carroll takes over in center field. Ethan Askin will take over on the mound for the Titans, his first appearance. So Luke Nesbitt will pinch hit here to start the top of the 7th for Cleveland. Nesbitt, a freshman from Asheville, North Carolina, making his first appearance here today. Strike one from Askin. That one fouled back. Strike two. Askin now 0-2 on Nesbitt. That one low, ball one. The 1-2 pitch from Askin. Line down the third base line, foul. Here's the 1-2 from Askin. High, ball two. Good play by the catcher. Sage Adams with a nice catch. Remains 2-2 now. Nesbitt is ready. Ethan Askin ready. That one just a bit high. 3-2. So full count. Ethan Askin's ready. High bouncing ball, foul down the first baseline. We'll do it again. So there's the 3-2 pitch from Askin. Fouls that one straight back. Askin set. Fouls that one straight back. And this will be the 10th pitch of the at-bat as Nesbitt battling Ethan Askin here in the top of the 7th. Got him looking. Good pitch from Ethan Askin. Strikeout to start the 7th. That'll bring up Cruz Arnold. So Cruz Arnold steps in. Had a double his last time up. Askin's ready. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. Chris Carroll. Oh, it's the Jacob Miller with the catch. So 2 up, 2 down. Tanner Britt steps in. Britt singled, walked, and then struck out so far today. High fly ball, foul in the foul territory. First baseman on the run and can't make the catch. Foul ball, strike one. 0-1 count. Askin's ready. That one hits Britt. So with 2 outs, Britt now takes first. And Tyler Rosario will step in. So Rosario doubled and scored in the 6th. Make it 3-0. Steps in here with a runner on. 2 outs in the 7th. Lines that one back up the middle for a base hit. And with 2 outs, Cleveland Community College has something brewing. So Connor Lindsay will step in. Singled his last time up. 1 for 3 on the day. Askin looking to get out of this jam. 2 on, 2 out. That one hitting the gap. Chris Carroll on the run, but it's going to go all the way to the wall. Britt will score. Rosario around third. He will score as Lindsay slides in with a triple. Connor Lindsay with the 2-run triple. And now Cleveland Community College leads it 5-0. Evan Estes steps in now. Timeout's called. Ethan Askin set. The first pitch to Estes. Strike. Swinging strike. Strike 1. Swinging strike, and Askin's ahead 0-2. That one a little high. 1-2 now on Estes as Askin looks to get the third out here in the top of the 7th. That one's a bit high. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 outside, gets away from Sage. And Connor Lindsay will score the 6th run. As it's now a full count to Estes. Ooh. Askin comes up and in and gets Estes, so hit by a pitch. to be a meeting on the mound for the Titans. After getting 2 quick outs, Cleveland has scored 3 times. Estes now at first. David Connor will be coming up to bat after this mound visit. So David Connor steps in now. Haskins' first pitch, ball 1. Fouled that one off. 2-1. So 2-1 count now. That one ripped down the third base line. Fair ball. Estes rounds second. He's into third. He'll come home as Connor hits a double. So the 4th run of the inning is in, and that'll bring up a pinch hitter. Lawson Powell will pinch hit here. Ball 1. So Lawson Powell steps in. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouls that straight back. 1-1. Ground ball to first base, and that's the 3rd out. So the Titans come up, needing a big rally as Cleveland scores 4 times and takes a 7-0 lead. So the Eddies turn to number 30, Brady Ray, for the 7th inning, a freshman from Weaverville, North Carolina. He'll face Santos, Gwynn, and Prieto here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Santos steps in, 2 for 3 today. Ray's first pitch, strike 1. Santos lines that one foul, strike 2. Brady Ray with the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 right on the outside corners. First strikeout for Ray. That's the first out here in the 7th. That'll bring up Hudson Gwynn. So Gwynn steps in, 1 for 2, singled, walked, struck out here in the second game. Inside, ball 1. Here's the 1-0. In there for strike 1, 1-1. Gwynn's ready. That one's low, 2-1. So Gwynn earns the walk. And with 1 out, the Titans have a runner on for Andrew Prieto. So Prieto steps in. That one's outside, ball 1. So 1-0 from Ray. That one's up, 2-0. Ball gets away from the catcher, but not far enough, as Gwynn stays at first. So 2-0 now, Prieto's in. Brady Ray's ready. Big swing, strike 1. That one high, 3-1. Raised pitch. Outside. And Prieto earns the walk. So 2 on now for the Titans. And Richie Collazo will step in. So Collazo steps in. Takes that pitch inside. Ball 1. Takes that one for ball 2, 2-0. So first and second, 1 out. Titans once again this inning have runners on scoring position. Collazo's ready. Big swing, 2-1. So Collazo steps in. 2-1 count now. Timeout from the ump. Here's the 2-1. Inside, ball 3, 3-1. So 3-1 now, Brady Ray against Richie Collazo. Big swing from Collazo, 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Strike 3 looking. Big pitch there from Brady Ray. And now there's 2 down. So Drew Gaskins will step in, pinch hitting here in the 9th, or the 7th. 2 on, 2 out. Gaskins' first pitch, hits it to first base. First baseman bobbles, but recovers and makes the out. 3 unassisted for the final out. So day 1 is wrapped up. Cleveland Community College goes 2-0. The Titans go 1-1. Tomorrow there will be a doubleheader between Eastern Florida and Pensacola State College. First game starts at 11 a.m. here at Bruce Bochy Field. We will see you then.